Everything that we are experiencing is inside, calculated, synchronized by the matrix. When have you last had an organic feeling? I mean an organic feeling. You can't have sex, make love, and understand tantric sex and tantric science unless you had a real feeling. Because every feeling you have has been mitigated by something you're dealing with in this society. So how could you go to bed with all this shit in your head and expect to really know who you fucking? You see? The Creator always said something to say amen. Truly. Because right after you roll over from one another and you're on the other side of the bed looking up at the ceiling, what are you thinking about? Oh, what I got to do the next day. Where I got to be. Oh, what's wrong with him? What's wrong with her? We don't come together emptied of all the madness. We don't come real. You don't even have a real taste in your mouth because all of the taste in your mouth is full of the filth and crap you eat. So you're not even the organic human. You're a composite of all the drugs and crap that you put into your system. So how do you even know what you really taste like? They got enough underarm deodorants, and the sisters, boy, they got every half a minute through the television, they got something to make you smell better down there. You want to know why? Because you eat so much crap, you're stressed out so much, you live in a toxic environment, so the vagina is going through twice the amount of work. Why? Because your bowels are so blocked up and clogged with filth. The vagina got to take over work from the bowels. That's why you're stinking. And you know what I'm talking about. Lord have mercy, you know what I'm talking about. Sometimes you can't even stand yourself, girls. You know what I'm talking about. There's nothing real here no more. But in the cosmic distillation of gender, you go from the unknowable, that which you can't even process your brain, stretch nothing of the imagination, to try to bring it into any circumference, to try to encase the unknowable. Because to try to know something, you have to first embrace it. And there's no way to embrace the unknowable. So you just know that it is, and just let it go at that. But you can understand the unknowable from the consciousness that you have of yourself. And what that consciousness means as you process it, interacting with other life forms every day. And from consciousness, you deal with mind. The mind now seeks validity for itself and becomes the I am. Now the I am, condenses even further into what we know as wave. From yin and yang, from wave and particle, you get the yang and the yin. From the yang and the yin, you get electric to magnetic. From the electric to magnetic, you get male to female. Male to female, you get man to woman, and husband and wife. And then, from the distillation of gender, you get the prototypical family. Prototypical family, as brother said, is masculine principle, feminine principle. You don't get a masculinized female and a feminized man to forward the work of the Creator. It don't work. Now, how you say a biological action is supposed to define me as a human being. It doesn't define you as a human being, the act. Who you are in the representation of the polarity that maintains harmony and equilibrium, that defines you as a human being. And when you find equilibrium in each other, then the baby that comes out is balanced, ain't crazy. You've heard of the word I am. Nobody knows what I am means, but the word I am essentially is broken down into two aspects already male and female. It's broken down. When you say I am, that I am. I is always masculine. Me is feminine. Let's just get that straight. The I principle is masculine, which is impersonal. The me is feminine, which is personal. Once you understand that psychology, then you understand what motivates the masculine and feminine behavior that you're dealing with every day. Now, it's masked because we have certain protocols that we're constantly doing. You know, we have to adjust. This is the work protocol. Well, the office protocol. And we're dealing with business here. This is just business. And we're talking back and forth. And we learn the language. We even like to speak like them a little bit. He plays you back on yourself. Because all of the language, as the language mutates, he puts it into his dictionary. And you mutate it because you put the spirit back into the word. And he knows that. You're a creator. He's a vendor. He's a vendor. There's nothing spiritual ever came out of Europe. You name one goddamn thing that came out of Europe that had anything that's spiritually attached to it. There's not one thing spiritual. Everything spiritual from out of Africa and people where people's a dark hue are. He doesn't know spirituality because abstract thought is beyond him. That's why he's religious. And he got you all thinking the same way. Religion is away from abstract thinking. And the problem is, abstract thinking is masculine. Let me say that again. I don't know if you heard me because I'm supposed to have heard a big moan. Abstract thinking is masculine. Computer thinking is feminine. That's why women run the information age. Brothers, men, are supposed to go into their minds and solve problems with their abstract thinking, and through abstract thinking create knowledge. After knowledge has been created, women make information from it. Men are problem solvers. Women take problems, solve a solution, and create society with it. My God, I've solved problems. Let me say something to you. In this age of women's equal opportunity to do pretty much everything she can, do you know that all of the new inventions over the last 35 years of feminism, even though women are now enjoying much more power, quote unquote, let me just rephrase that. Even though women have been given certain stations of activity that look like power, do you know that 90% of all of the inventions, new inventions, still coming out with the opportunity over the last 35 years to create, 45 years to create inventions, are still primarily male? Well, see, that's the education. They don't teach us mathematics and nothing like that. Bullshit. Y'all don't want to learn mathematics because it's not who you are. It's not who you are. And I'm saying, well, doesn't mean, just because I'm saying it's not who you are, I'll show you I can do that. Yeah, well, shit, I can wear a skirt. But that don't make me a woman. You can give a woman the same opportunity, and of course you can train her, but guess what? Guess what? When a woman becomes academically inclined and goes to school to get all her PhDs and high in academia, and I have achieved bachelorette this thing back. Watch what they look like. 99% of them got beards. Heavy mustaches. And they get, you want to know why? Because, sisters, you didn't need to read. You were the carriers of our information. You were the griots. You passed the information of the societies down to the generations. Reason why is because when you start reading, you fuck up your estrogen. Oh, you didn't know that, did you? Overuse of the eyes, focusing in on two-dimensional figures, trying to create three-dimensionality out of it, causes you to use up more and more of your vitamin A, and vitamin A is essential to integrous estrogen. Which is why you see women who are very highly academic, got all this growing beard down around them. The voices are kind of low like this. Because that was man. The problem is, though, brothers, the Caucasian society being feminized reads from left to right. Which makes it harder for the male to read because our orientation is from right to left. And that's why the Eastern countries still do that. Because they're still patriarchal, quote unquote. And that's what that war is over there. To destroy the last remaining vestiges of matriarchal rule, because that's an independent society. Independent societies are ruled by men. Autonomous societies ruled by men. Understand that if a female is ruling a society, or a feminist mindset is ruling a society, it's a hive where the individual is lost. For the collective, we say, well, that's good. It means all of us working together. But you don't grow. The society begins to die. Because no one person can actually come out of the box to move society in any direction that does not serve those who rule the society. And we are here right now towards the end. And 99, I bet you right now we're going to have a female president of the United States within the next 8 years. And then it's over. Because Big Sister is going to take over. Hillary Clinton and the rest of those females in her hive, Oprah being one of them, because we're going to get to her. We're going to get to her. But I'm saying to you that I am, meaning I am. And the way that I continue is through there. See, that's what the women got on us, brothers. They're taught very early that the womb is where we want to get back to. We come out in 9 months, like they say, and spend the rest of our lives trying to get back in. Right? Isn't that the truth? Trying to find, we lie, steal, hook, crook, just to get back in. Why? Because that is our place of rest. Truly, people don't, and it's another thing that women don't understand. When a man wants to have sex with you, you say, you don't show me you love me. That's the way we show we love you. Sex is the way a man shows he loves his woman. And women say, oh, come on now, that's enough now. I want something else.